This is the Word to Stand On for Life with Pastor Ron Arbaugh.
Your word is sharper than any two-edged sword, and it cuts deep into my heart.
The Word to Stand On for Life is a radio ministry of Calvary Chapel in San Antonio. A live call-in show here to help you answer your questions about the Bible and how to apply the Word to your daily life. For more information on Calvary Chapel, visit our website, calvarysa.com. Get your Bible questions ready and call in now to 210-340-9585. It's The Word to Stand On for Life with Pastor Ron Arbaugh.
Welcome to the program, a very special edition of The Word to Stand On for Life. I'm Pastor Ron Arbaugh from Calvary Chapel in San Antonio, Texas, and this is The Word to Stand On for Life, a program dedicated to taking your phone calls and answering your questions, Bible questions, life questions. But today, if you have questions or comments for any of the graduating seniors, I'll talk more about that in a moment. We'd love to have you call. Our phone number is 210-340-9585. If you're outside the local San Antonio area, you can call toll-free at 877-630-KSLR. That's 630-5757. You can email any comments or questions to questions@calvarysa.com. You can also use our free Calvary Chapel of San Antonio mobile app. And if you're driving in your car, the safest way to contact us is using the free KSLR mobile app. Just hit the Call Now banner at the top of the screen. You'll be connected directly to our studio producer. As we told you on yesterday's show, we had our high school awards banquet last night, and this is the Wednesday of the year, the final Wednesday of the school year, where we have the graduating seniors on. We've done this now for, 15 years, 16 years, and they're going to be a lot more interesting than I am. You guys will be blessed. What I want to do to start out is have you guys introduce yourself, tell the audience how long you've been coming to the academy, and what your post-high school plans are going to be, if you know what they're going to be. So let's start with you, Noah.
Hello, my name is Noah Magana. I've been coming to this school for around 9 years. I joined in 4th grade. And my post-graduation plans, I'm planning on getting a lot of work experience, just putting myself out in the field and learning how to work.
And Noah, you're the fourth brother or third brother.
I am the fourth brother. Yes. Fifth overall sibling, though.
And you're the only one I've ever heard say Magana. All the others said Magana when they were here. So did you change it?
I say it either way.
That's okay. You're smarter than all your brothers. I gave you the honor roll thing last night, so it was okay.
I'm not going to argue against it.
Okay.
But I'm not going to agree just in case they're listening.
Yeah. Carlos, my yard guy, you quit on me.
Say that again?
I said you quit on me. You were my yard guy.
Yeah, the summer was pretty hot. Okay. Hello, radio. This is Carlos. I think I've been coming here for 6 years, since 6th grade. So I think that's less. Or 7, yes.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't give you an honor roll certificate.
Yeah. I'm planning to get a higher paying job or a second job and then go to San Antonio College for mortuary science.
Mortuary science?
Yes.
Wow, how interesting.
Yeah.
In all of the years of graduates on the show, you're the first one.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people wide open.
Second one.
Second one?
Yep.
Wow.
10 years ago.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Hi, I am Ethan Romero. I have been coming to Calvary since kindergarten, so that's 13 years, and I plan on going to Northeast Lakeview College to pursue both real estate as well as forensic accounting.
And you received an award last night. What was it?
I received multiple. I did
the big one at the end.
Salutatorian, yes.
Salutatorian for the school. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Praise the Lord.
Thank you.
Bubs, Jonathan.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Makasadia.
I wish I had his voice.
Coming to the academy for 13 years, and after high school, I plan to attend Texas A&M College Station. Giga Maggies.
Faithy.
Hello, I'm Faith Cruzado, and I've been here for 13 years, and I'm going to Vanguard University in Costa Mesa, California.
And you received an award last night, too. I mean, you received a bunch of them, but let's talk about two of them.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, which ones?
You were the valedictorian?
Yes, I am valedictorian.
Highest grade point average for their high school career and of all the kids. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The other was the Timothy Award. What did that mean to you?
It means so much to me, actually. When he was announcing it yesterday, he was saying so many great things, and I don't know. I just think I've been so blessed to be here and learn from so many great people and have godly examples. So I think that really helped. I'm so grateful for it. I really am.
You've been around a long time. You were responsible. I don't know whether you remember this or not, but you actually taught me how to use my iPad.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You were 3 years old.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't do it. Your dad was trying to get me to, you can use the iPad, it's easy. And he showed me you were using it, so you were showing me how to use it. 3 years old.
That's funny.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Melody.
Hi, my name is Melody Ballesteros, and I've been attending Calvary for 13 years. After graduation, I'm going to be attending the University of the Incarnate Word, majoring in healthcare sciences.
And you've been doing a little bit of doctor work in preparation for that, haven't you?
Yes, I have been shadowing a doctor for my whole 12th grade year. It's really cool. Life experience. Great.
Very cool. Allie.
Hello, I am Allie Gentry. I have been attending the Academy for 2 years now, and I plan to go to Northeast Lakeview for my prereqs and then go to UT Health Science San Antonio for nursing school.
Good for you. And I asked you, I said, are you glad you got to come here for the last couple of years? And you said you were really, really happy about it.
Yes, I am very grateful.
Yeah, praise the Lord.
Yeah.
Jonah?
Well, my name is Jonah Stoneberg. I have been at this school for 13 years. My plans after I graduate is, it kind of did change. I was originally going to join the Air Force, but over the summer I decided to play summer baseball, and hopefully get me in front of college coaches so that I can play some college ball.
And Jonah's a left-handed hitter with the sweetest swing ever.
Oh, thank you.
Hayden?
Hello, my name is Hayden Ogden. I've been attending this academy for 13 years, and after graduating, I plan to attend Northeast Lakeview to major in music. Music production, that is.
Music production. And when you took the mic, you sounded exactly like a newscaster. Perfect TV voice.
Thank you.
Famous?
My name's Jameis Mendez. Pastor Ron calls me famous. It rhymes with Jameis. I've been coming to the school for 13 years, since kindergarten, and my plans after I graduate are to go to attend Northeast Lakeview. I'm going to major in business, and I get my associates in marketing, and yeah.
Okay, Jacob.
Hello, my name is Jacob Buell. I've been coming to the academy for 13 years, and after high school, I plan to go to the United States Air Force to join in as the security forces.
Good for you. And Aiden, you're next. Is that the same program you're in? No, okay, different one.
So, my name is Aiden Hand. I've been going to this academy for 2 years, and after graduating, I'll have about 2 weeks, and I'll be shipping off to the Air Force to do special ops for them.
And Aiden, you are you can explain this better than I can. You're a senior or junior, But you've worked ahead, gotten college credits
Yes, sir.
and stuff
So
like
I
that.
was able to work on some of my classes that I would need to take next year, and I went ahead and finished them this year.
Okay, how many of you did that here at the Academy? We've got a dual credit course. Anybody? Just you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, almost all of you. All of you. Well, see, pretty good. So, Air Force, I understand that you got in sort of on a fast track on a really hard career path.
Yes, sir, I have.
Good for you. Also found out you were a BMXer, and I love that because my boys were BMXers.
Yes, I am. I love BMX.
Okay, let me ask a question, and whoever's got the mics, you can just pass them around. What are your impressions? We're a small school. You're the biggest class we've ever had, 12. There's one boy who's sick today. Jaden is sick. And Jaden, if you're listening, we want to say hello to you and get better. But a small school, pluses, minuses. What's the best thing? What's the worst thing about a small school? Jonathan, you got the mic.
So a plus about.
By the way, Jonathan's student body president this year. He's outgoing student body president.
Yes. So what I would say the pluses about having a small school, how I like how close I am able to be with the people here. I was able to build many relationships with pretty much every class, including elementary, which is probably my favorite thing about this school is being able to connect with everyone. I just love being around the elementary. I just love to see the joy that they have in their eyes just to be here. Minus, I mean, I wouldn't really say there's a minus about having a small school besides, I don't know, not much sports, but like we were able to have our first basketball season, so like I got pretty much what I wanted, so it's like it's a great thing. But yeah.
And you were one of the nominees for the State Player of the Year in basketball.
Yes, I was.
Great season. Ethan, how about you?
A big thing that I love about this school is that I can be really close with all the teachers here, as well as being able to learn the Lord, about the Lord every single day through chapels and through the Bible classes that we have in this school. I want to say there's any minuses in this school, really, other than the limited space that we have. But even then, a lot of good things happen through the school, even with the tiny space.
Okay. Any of you think that too much emphasis on the Bible, too much emphasis on Jesus, and not enough on something else? And it's okay to be really honest and open. Anybody think that you missed out on something because we're so focused on your walk with the Lord? Anyone? Just heads nodding. Go ahead, Famous.
I wanted to say that I think it's a really great thing. I don't see a problem with it, but I do see that there are people that aren't going to want it that come to the school. There are people that aren't going to want that focus on their walk, and I think instead of that focus on the walk, they get that introduction to it. So either way, I think that the fact that we're pumping so much Jesus and so much of the Word into the students, and I think it's a good thing, because if you're coming to the school, you know what you're going to get. You know that's what we profess to do, is to teach us the Bible, and we do it. I've been coming here. I can say that the teachers and the staff do it well. So if you're going to come here, you're going to know what to expect, and I think it's a good thing. I do.
And you feel like you've learned the Bible over these years?
Definitely, 100%. I asked Pastor Matt, I think, Blanton. I asked him how much we get studies every single morning. So we on different variety of topics. So we get knowledge on not just stories in the Bible, like Samson and David and all of those things, but we also get the deeper look into it too. So I was asking him about how, if we had gone to Bible college, how much our knowledge would be compared to someone who took all their years at Bible college. And he said that we would be pretty close to if we're listening and we're paying attention and we're really taking in everything that's being taught to us, that it's relatively on par with that, and that made my heart happy. That was cool to learn. But yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, for some of you, 13 years, you've been exposed to nothing but the Word. Sundays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then every day during the week you got chapel, and you've got Bible class in every day. So hopefully you're learning some things. Melody, what about you? Best things, worst things?
Honestly, Jonathan and Ethan hit both of the major things that I was thinking. Our school, yes, it's very small, but you can become so close with everyone, and you can also see the Lord working, because when you're close to a person, you see both the good and the bad. And as a Christian, you're supposed to be showing the love of God both behind closed doors and out in the open. And being so close to people, you get to see both sides and who truly are your friends. And finding that differentiation is just really key. And it helped open my eyes to, I really need to choose my friends wisely. And then I really need to be a good example, even more so in such a small school. But I still think it's having a smaller school is just really nice. And it's convenient because you don't have to deal with large crowds. Oh, which table am I going to sit at? No, we can all fit at one or two tables. It's great. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Allie, what about you? You've been to public schools. Yes. And now this. What's the standout difference in your mind?
So I would say one of the cons that most people would think of would be the opportunities. But whenever I came to the school, I had the mindset of keeping a heavenly mindset and just focusing on heavenly rewards more than the rewards that we get here and all the opportunities and the roles that we have in the world. And so I think that was on contrary to one of the cons that people would think. Mm-hmm. One of the pros, I would definitely say how everything is grounded in the Lord and how everything just revolves around Christ, because it does. And it helps all of us mature more. Yeah.
Jonah?
I would say, I would agree with what Ethan and Bub said about how students have a better relationship with each other and with teachers as well. I think it was Jaden. Jaden said that that when he came from public school, he saw a difference. He saw how the teachers Mr. Chris would joke and make fun of some of the other students just because. So he saw that and he saw a difference because at public school he said they don't have that. So I'd say that's definitely one of the many pros of this school.
Okay, Hayden, how about you?
Honestly, I don't know what to say that hasn't already been said. Those are all really good points.
Okay. We get a call?
No.
I know what you're doing then. How about Aiden? You're the newest Christian in the group, right?
Oh, yes, I am.
Talk a little bit about your conversion.
I became Christian not too long ago, and coming to this school has definitely helped that out because the classes are only of 10 people or so you're able to you're not able to be picky with your friends, so you kind of get to know everybody that's in your class. Huh? Yeah, and so you just kind of get to know everybody on a better level than you would at a public school where you have over 30 people in it, and so you're able to get to know who fits your criteria of what you would want in a friend, mm-hmm. and you can also see how they act on a daily basis because, like I said, you can't be picky with them. You know how they're going to act every single day, and so with the people here, they're definitely true friends and everything, and they're cool people.
Were your classmates instrumental in your conversion?
I wouldn't say my classmates were, no, but my friends over at my other church, they definitely were.
Very cool. Very cool. Jacob, what about you?
Say, what was the question? I apologize.
Just pros and cons, small school, advantages, disadvantages.
I mean, everything has kind of been already has been said. We are all it's such a small school that we all practically just know each other, what we love, what we don't love. It's just that kind of bond that we have because of how small it is.
Okay. Carlos, you're the magician.
Oh, no. Yes.
Talk about your school experience.
I was really reluctant to wanting to come here. I was like, oh, I love public school, you know. But then eventually, like, you know, after a while, people were, like, getting better. I had some bullies in the beginning. And I was like, well, that's weird because this is a Christian school, so I wouldn't expect that. But, yeah. Like the pros and cons, right? Is that okay? So, let's see. I think a con is like the influence. I don't think there's like a good influence on certain groups of kids, and then all of them fall like into that group, and they like it. It is like, you know, cool to them, but like sometimes it's just sin, and it's just like it's not a good look. But a pro is how many like leaders there are, and like how they can be influenced, and there's like a redemption in their path. Like, but yeah, I agree with the rest.
Faithy, talk about your school experience. Your dad is a pastor here, and you just, your whole life has been here. So, talk about just a sort of a general overview to your school experience.
So yes, my dad. Yes, my dad is a pastor here, and I've been here for quite a while. I've known
your whole life.
Yes, actually, my whole life, quite a while, my whole life, and yeah, I've known Jonathan and Mel's for like my whole life too. So that's amazing.
Yeah, now you and Melody are neighbors,
yes,
literally
we are.
neighbors, and Jonathan is like 200 steps away.
He is.
For his house. So we've called you the Three Amigos from your whole life. I called you the Three Musketeers, but here in Texas they called you the Three Amigos. I was so blessed coming on a Wednesday night. You guys led worship, and that was just such a gift for me. I'm sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
Yes, that worship last week. Can't believe it was already a week ago, but it meant so much to me. I had fun doing it. I don't really like to sing in front of people, but you know, Jonathan has been a good influence on me, telling me to use my gifts and stuff. So it was very fun. Yeah, I think my time here has been really amazing. I've grown a lot in the Lord, and I've learned many things, and I made lots of great friends. So. Yeah.
And you're going into the medical field also.
I am.
So, really cool. And your brother and sister both graduated here.
Yes, they did.
So, welcome.
Welcome, Bubs.
Jonathan, you have something?
Did you? Or Noah?
No, I wanted to add something.
He hadn't spoken.
I can't.
All right. So, I've been coming here for 9 years, like I said, and honestly, a big pro that I've seen is the education available to its students. Like, being close to my classmates is obviously a big plus, but I've also seen like a great, what's the word I'm looking for? Upgrade almost in the way I start learning because of this school. When I was younger, I used to be like really reluctant to learn in school. I just kind of let it come in one ear and out the other. But the more years I've gone here, I've started actually listening and learning. I'm able to have full conversations about things I used to never think I'd be able to talk about. And a con, I guess how much my classmates can make fun of me.
How many of you, your parents are teachers here or on staff here? So let me see again. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty cool. Well, there's the music for the end of the first half of the program. This is the Word to Stand On for Life. You in the audience, if you have any comments or questions for the graduating seniors, we'd love to have you call 210-340-9585 or toll free 877-630-KSLR. We will be back in 2 minutes.
Welcome back to the Word to Stand On for Life. We're taking your calls at 340-9585 or toll free 877-630-KSLR. Now, here's Pastor Ron Arbaugh.
Welcome back to the second half of our graduating seniors special. 210-340-9585 for your live calls and questions. Whoever wants to take the question, just let me know. Do you feel like you're prepared for college, for Air Force, for whatever's next? Do you feel like this school has prepared you for that? Ethan?
Yes, I think it has prepared me. I mean, concerning all the dual credit classes, I think that this year especially, with the new principal, which he has been such a blessing to the new school, having this huge change where we have people that are in 11th grade now graduating, I think it prepares us a lot for upcoming years, whether that's going into the workforce or going into college. Considering all the classes that I took and my class took in dual credit, there was a lot of times where I had to really make sure that I was on point with each class in their own perspectives, whether that's staying up really late at night sometimes doing math homework, or staying up really late just to study some government. But yes, I feel very prepared going into Lakeview next year, and I can't wait to see what the Lord has for me.
Okay. Tell me about your extracurricular activities. We had service awards, presidential service awards that were given. What other kind of things you're exposed to? Again, one of you said, I think, we don't have as many opportunities as people in public schools just because it's a small school. But there was a lot of opportunities to get involved. Jonah, what about you?
Well, I'd say, extracurriculars, right? There's definitely, the basketball team. There's cross country, which I happen to do both, along with Ethan. Let's see here, what else is there? There's a chess club that meets every Wednesday during lunch, I think. There's student council, which actually does a lot behind the scenes, I guess. Like yesterday at the banquet, there was it was Greek themed, which was great. Love the food.
I thought they were puffy tacos.
Yeah.
I took a bite.
Yeah, but I mean, everything I think at the school concerning extracurriculars is great. I feel like, there's also World Quest that's headed by Mr. John. But yeah, I think that's all great.
Okay. Hayden, if you don't mind, and I picked on Hayden on purpose because he's maybe one of the shyer ones, but what are your anxieties for the future? Do you feel like you're prepared to do what it is you want to do?
Sort of.
What kind of anxieties you got looking at the future?
I don't really know how to answer that.
Okay. Famous, how about you?
I definitely have, going into the future, this school does prepare you a lot. I think educationally, and your education is going to be really good coming out of here. A lot of because the teachers are able to focus on students specifically that are struggling just because of how small the classes are. And spiritually as well, you're going to be ready if you're listening. If you're attentive, and if you're listening to the studies, you're listening to the guidance from the teachers and the pastors, you're going to be ready. I would say, not me personally, but I do know that something this school does hinder is socially. It's harder to be pushed out into the workforce and into different colleges, just because instead of interacting with lots of new people all the time, it's the same people, which isn't inherently a bad thing. My class is more like siblings to me than anything else, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, I think I'm ready to do whatever the Lord has for me, and this school is a huge part of that in my life. Especially, I've been here since I was in pre-K, so this school is really the biggest constant in my life, and something that I can always lean on and look forward to. But yeah, really ready for whatever I'm gonna do next.
Yeah, you guys got to feel like you spend more time here than you do at home.
Definitely.
I mean, with the church days and school and everything else. Jacob and then Aiden, I'd like to ask you guys, when you go out into the world, you're going to be confronted with all kinds of worldly influences, temptations, pressures. Talk about your preparation, or at least what you're experiencing emotionally about going out into that world.
Well, I guess I don't know really how to prepare for that. I mean, I've just been going constantly into the Word. Just been trying to read at night before going to bed. Just trying to get that constantly going before I go into the United States Air Force, so that I can hopefully give those or others around me, a light to show that I'm actually, there.
Yeah. Aiden is a new believer. That's great counsel that Jacob just gave you. The word. What about you? You're a fairly new believer, and you're going into the Air Force Special Ops, and talk about that. What are you preparing for?
Yeah, well, going Special Ops and doing the job I do, I know that it's going to require me to go to places that I more likely will not want to go to, get faced with things that I don't want to be faced with. But knowing that God's by my side, I know that I could do anything through Him. One of my favorite verses is the one where it talks about no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like to just think about that one. And so going out to those places, I'll just, keep that with me, and then also share that with my team. Be like, hey guys, we may be going into this, but we're also not alone, because we know who's on our side, who's fighting for us in that type of way.
Well, I can tell you, I wish I could send Jacob with you, because that kind of fellowship would really be good. That's wonderful advice. Jacob, that blessed me. Thank you very, very much. Paula called in. She wants to know, where do you serve at Calvary Chapel, or do you serve in the church? Now, forgetting the school for a moment, where do you serve in the church? Allie?
Well, I actually just started serving as one of the leaders for the 1-year-olds and the twos.
That's brave.
The baby toddlers. So, yes, I'm actually the leader with the little ones. So, yeah, that's where I serve. I do it every other Sunday, and it's been really good. The Lord has blessed me through it, and it's allowed me to grow and mature, and just constantly remind myself to just let the Lord prepare my heart, so that I can, even though they're like little babies and they can't even talk most of the time, that they still know and they still can see the Lord. And
Melanie, what about you?
Yes, I do serve at the church. First service, I also serve with the 2s and 3s. I'm not a leader yet, but I do serve alongside actually Jonathan and Rebecca Paley. And honestly, I've been doing it for over 10 years now, and it's amazing just to see what the Lord does through those kids and how much of an example you are to them. So it really helps me to constantly assume the humble position and to always be a light for them.
Melody, and you'll remember, but one of the big impressions you made on me when you were little is you were always involved with the little kids, always serving. The other impression you made is that you were the one who would always leave me hundreds and hundreds of your pictures on my phone. So I'd turn on my phone and somebody say, "You got all these pictures." I said, "I don't take pictures," and they were all pictures of Melody. So, Jonathan, talk about your service. I know you're involved in worship. Your whole family is, but what other kind of stuff?
So yes, I am involved in worship. I do serve alongside Rebecca and Melody for service on Sundays with the toddlers. I also do slides every other Wednesday and the audio recording. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, I also do youth worship alongside both of my brothers.
Now you're also one of the worship leaders for chapel service here in the academy as well.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Musical guys, I hate you because I'm jealous. Ethan, what about you?
So I serve in the nursery on Fridays with my mom and dad. So that's what I do mostly. I used to actually serve in the toddlers back when I was in 6th grade, I would say. And then I also have served a lot in the kindergarten room, with the kindergartners. But that's mainly what I do right now. Is I've been in the nursery for the past 2-3 years now.
Okay. Now, would you all agree that serving is kind of your DNA here? I mean, we get people involved from the very, very beginning. Famous, what kind of service?
I serve. So now for the past couple years, I've been with 2s and 3s on Wednesdays under Miss Kendall DeGraff and Reed. She's the head, the leader. Her and Ashley Makasadia. But we do 2s and 3s. We do 1s, 2s, and 3s. So on Wednesdays, it's all combined. But I used to also do pre-K kinder when I was in junior high. That was fun too. But that and also at the school, I'm on a worship team with Mo Timothy, Bubs' younger brother. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I've.
Faithy?
Yes, I do get to serve at the church, and it's an amazing thing. I've been serving in the children's ministry for a while. I served with the pre-K and kindergartners and the 2s and 3s, and I think the 1st through 4th. But right now, I serve with the babies in the nursery, and I love it. I serve with Miss Pat on Sundays, 3rd service, and it's just so amazing watching these babies and taking care of them, and just remembering that they are God's creation and God loves them, and I should just take God's view with that. It's an amazing thing, and also just talking to Miss Pat. I think I've grown a lot because of my conversations with her. So that's an amazing thing. I also I sing for youth on Sundays and Fridays. So that's an amazing thing. And I like listening to the worship songs, just obviously singing it, but also hearing it in like my brain and just listening to the lyrics and what they actually mean.
Okay. We had an anonymous question come in. It says, have any of you lost friends as a result of your stance with Jesus Christ? I mean, you're all going to be faced with that when you go out in the world. I know your life is mostly around here now, but what's it cost you to be a believer, Jonathan?
So I don't think I've lost anyone as a friend as a result of being a Christian, but there is one thing that my non-Christian friends do see different, and that's the love and joy of Christ. It's just amazing to see how whenever I am around the people who are in this world, but then they also do realize, they come up and they're like, hey, there's something different in you guys, and it's like, oh yeah, that's the joy of the Lord. They question like where, how and stuff, but it's like just it's just Jesus. That's pretty much what it is. But yeah.
Okay, let me ask the basketball players. Oh, go ahead, Famous.
I did. back to the question about losing friends. I've never really lost friends, but definitely been once or twice where you invite someone to church, or you bring it up, and it's something that they've either had experiences with in the past that it rubs them the wrong way, or it makes them more hesitant to be closer with you. And I've definitely had experiences with that, and it's hard, but it's something that you're planting a seed, and you know that you can pray, and that's the most that you can do. And it's being a Christian and being so devoted, or trying to stay devoted to Christ, is it's a lifestyle. So it's going to change how you act around everybody, and people will see that, and people will recognize the difference. So it'll be the subject of Christ will come up, and whenever it does, it's how you're going to react to it, and how you're gonna proclaim His name. So.
Yeah, that's part of my Bible study tonight in Psalm 26. Let me ask the basketball players: how did the other teams, the other athletes, react to you guys? This is our first year of basketball, a varsity sport like that, and obviously you're in a competitive. We saw some kids throw some tantrums, and not you guys, but what do you think, Jonah?
Well, I would say, coming from Miss Vanessa saying that a lot of the coaches and the tournament director said that they really noticed something different in our team. Just the fact that we don't really retaliate when the other team is kind of poking at us. But yeah, just coming from what Miss Vanessa said, they said we were proclaim Christ correctly.
Okay, you guys on the basketball team, who's the most competitive? Jonathan.
Bubs, definitely Bubs.
Jonathan, how do you remain competitive, but also remain a witness for Jesus Christ?
So pretty much my whole life I have been very competitive, whether it be in sports, grades, pretty much anything, especially with my siblings too. Yeah, recess too.
Soccer.
Out 6th grade soccer games, very competitive. But going back to the question, balancing that with, as you said, can you remind me of the question one more time?
Yeah, how do you balance being competitive and also maintaining a witness for Christ?
So, especially this year, what the goal was to give glory to Jesus. And we were constantly being pushed throughout this whole year, especially through the basketball season. It's like, remember who we're representing. So like that had to be that was the mindset of most of the players, was remember who we're representing, and remember who we proclaim to love. So it's just a daily thing as Christians that we should do, even outside of sports or whatever, is in our everyday lives we need to be practicing everything that Christ would do, whether it be sports, in a job, but just always having that heavenly mindset, and that mindset that people will see something different in you. But yes.
Let your light so shine. We've got a caller, Lauren from Converse on line 1. Lauren, thanks for calling. You're on the air.
Appreciate it. Just had a quick question. How do y'all feel going out into the world, where there is not as much spiritual support as you guys have had here?
Great question. Famous?
I would love to answer that. The way that you're raised here, a lot of us have been here for a really long time, but the way that it works around here is you get I've said it a couple times, but you get the word and you get everything pumped into you. And if you're paying attention and if you're listening, especially as you're coming to the end of senior year, strengthening your walk and making sure that you're going to be ready for whatever the world throws at you, and you're going to have the Lord by your side, and making sure that there's nothing separating you between Him, especially when you're getting ready to leave these doors, because you do have that support of all the people around you here, and the staff and the student body, and everyone's pushing Christ and everyone's encouraging Christ. But leaving, it's just you and God. And if you're leaving this building with things in between you and Him, it's going to be tough. So making sure that you're right with God and making sure you're right behind Him, walking with Him. When the doors open and you're leaving for graduation, it won't be a burden. It shouldn't be, as long as you're keeping Him close. And
yeah, in reality, that question applies to every Christian. And we come to church and we get the Bible taught, but we got to walk out those doors, and we're all faced with the same kinds of temptations. Melody, what are your thoughts about that?
So sorry, what's the question?
About how do you, when you don't have as much support as you have here, how do you go out into the world and with the confidence that you're going to be all right walking with the Lord?
Well, like Jameis said, coming here shapes you, and a key thing is, yes, you need to be if you're paying attention to the studies, but you also have to want to pay attention. You want to learn about the Lord and fall in love with Him. And once you have that, and once you have a solid foundation, and you go out in the world, you have to make sure that foundation will not be shaken. And I mean, I volunteer out in the world in the healthcare setting, and not everybody there is a Christian. And it's really difficult to come home from there and telling my parents, like, they're being a little too much, saying things, we wouldn't say, wouldn't think. And I stand strong. I stay quiet, especially with like foul language and just specific subjects that really shouldn't be brought up. But over time, I've been listening, and they stop using foul language around me. And I'm not really saying much because I just stay quiet, because I'm not sure how to respond to it. But they've learned that she doesn't say that. She doesn't listen to those types of things. She doesn't watch that type of stuff. And so that type of conversation's gone down. And I know it's going to be different everywhere you go, but with the world experience that I've gotten with there, I know that the Lord is shining through me, and He is doing a work even when I feel like sometimes I don't feel like I'm doing it correctly, but it's His strength and His light.
Well, I'm shocked because I've known you your whole life, and I've never known you to stay quiet. Noah, you want to comment?
The world is can be very hostile to Christians, and it's only getting worse nowadays. But if there's something I've learned during my time here at Calvary, it's that it's not about what the world thinks of you for living for Christ. It's what God thinks of you. And as long as I'm being a faithful servant to Him, I really have no reason to be afraid of the world. Because doing what He requires me to do really is the only thing that matters.
I'm really glad you said that. Our theme here at Calvary Chapel is just be with Jesus. And if you're with Him, you're going to be fine. If you're not with Him, you're not going to be fine. It really is that straightforward. Really quickly, and we're inside 4 minutes now, just your thoughts on staying away from the temptations of social media. What's the role of social media in your life? Let's just do it really, really quick, and we'll start, Aiden, and just go down this way.
Me personally, I do not have social media. I'd rather just stay away from it in general. I just see no need for it.
Bless your heart. Jacob?
So, I mean, I wouldn't say social media has kind of influenced my life. It's definitely played a giant part in my earlier life. There's one part of my life where I was just totally just distant from my relatives and friends. I just wouldn't want to go out. And I can tell that's what happened with me in social media. And I kind of just stirred away from that type of social media. It was like a really bad type of social media. So
you saw the danger.
Yeah, okay. And I immediately turned away.
Yeah, Famous?
I think social media, it's taking breaks is good. I think that's something that a lot of people should consider is putting it down for a while or for however long you think you need. But also just, I think kids are introduced to it way too early in life nowadays. I think, well, I mean, it is now, but I think if you are not ready for it, but you're more prepared, it's just easier later in life than earlier in life. I think that's the issue.
Spend time in the Word, you don't have much time. We're going to go quickly. Hayden?
I do not have social media, so I do not know how to answer that.
Good for you. That's probably the best answer we've got.
Yeah, I don't have social media either. If I did, I'd probably get beat up. But yeah.
I think it takes a lot of self-control to not get caught up in it.
Okay.
I do not have social media either.
But you want it, I know.
Yeah. For different purposes,
Yeah,
but not to
okay.
get into the sin of it.
I do have social media. I do like posting, but I think it is important to find that balance and just remember that you can't be too influenced too easily, because that's when it gets dangerous and that's when your walk with Jesus isn't that good. So you got to find the balance and, of course, prioritize your walk with God.
Jonathan?
Just having social media, you just have to, as everyone's been saying, you just have to find that balance.
Ethan, real quick.
Having social media has a lot of dangers to it, but it takes a lot of self-control.
Hey, Carlos?
What would Jesus do?
Good for you. Okay.
In other words, social media is bad.
We got to cut off quick short. How many spend more time in the Bible than you do on social media? On your phones? No hands?
Bye.
Hey, we got to go. Thanks for tuning in. You've been listening to The Word to Stand On For Life. We'll see you tomorrow.
Until next time.
Thanks for spending this time with Calvary Chapel's The Word to Stand On For Life with Pastor Ron Arbaugh. The Word to Stand On For Life is on every weekday afternoon at 4, and Pastor Ron invites you to find out more about Calvary Chapel at calvarysa.com. The Word to Stand On For Life was sponsored by Calvary Chapel of San Antonio.